Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and I just want to try a new format of videos that I've kind of been thinking about. I'm still going to be making some videos. We're not going to be making as many. We're not going to be making certainly not going to make as many live play videos at small stakes because it just doesn't suit my personal circumstances at the moment to be playing small micro stakes. I'm trying to be playing a lot more 25NL, 50NL on slightly softer sites and trying to replace an income that I recently lost. If you want to know more about that, check out the last video. Don't really want to harp on about it now with the points being made. Let's just get on with the rest of our lives. So yeah, this is a format that I'm thinking for, provided that I stay playing on Unibet. It could be that I move back to Sky next week, depending on how it looks when they finally finish their ridiculous promotions. So yeah, look at this format. If you like it, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like it, hit the thumbs down if you must, or just don't hit anything. And please give some comments and the feedback of what you think of the format. The hands aren't that important. How I played them isn't that important. We're not really looking for feedback on them at this moment in time. It's just me save some hands that I think are relatively interesting to that kind of pilot of a possible video series. So yeah, if you like it, hit the like. If you don't like it, don't hit the like. And comment about the things you like. Comment about the things that you think could improve it. And if you must, comment on the hands. But it's not really what this video is about. So we're going to quickly whip through them. We'll obviously give them more thought and more time when we start doing these for real. But for now, we're just going to whip through them and give you a general idea of how the videos will look. So we flopped up mandatory C-bet, obvious call. Otherwise, why would you shut the hand? Another barrel on a brick, call again. Then the river. The options here are, I guess, check call a large bet, check call a small bet, block bet, check fold, and that's it. So before we show the result, what would you have done? I'm not going to explain my thinking too much here because I don't want this to be a long video, but just as we're paused here, think what would your line be, and then yeah, whatever, we'll move on to the next hand. Here we are with the next hand. We have two queens. We open, we get flatted on the button. King 10-3 rainbow, seems like a standard check call to me. Which we did. Turn pairs the 10, check again. I think this is probably going to be a check call again. Maybe a check fold if he bets large. Checks back, 9 on the river. Don't really see that much value in betting. Guess we get value from pocket jacks exactly that might play the hand this way. I think our opponent's most likely holdings are going to be miss flush draws, with ace jacks, with ace queens, maybe some king x. That's kind of where I think his range is going to be. We check, he bets. Again, think about what you would do versus this bet. Do we just check fold versus it? Are you going to check call versus it? Can we check raise versus it? Which is what I chose to do. Can we check raise? We're thinking that we need his bet folding range going to be like a king X is going to fold. Does he ever fold a 10? Seems pretty fucking unlikely. But I don't know. I think I kind of butchered this one a little bit. I went for a check raise thinking we block jack queen. He might just have some bluffs that we can just call and win against, but we can definitely get him to fold a king in this spot if he's got a hand like king jack, ace king, maybe, I don't know, king queen, unlikely because we block it hard, but king queen, probably not very much. But at the same time, I kind of thought we block queen jack so hard. I don't think he has too many boats because why would he check the turn unless he's got exactly pocket nines. I went with the check raise all in, and he absolutely thoroughly snapped me off with the queen jack, so that one didn't work out too well, but never mind. No shame in my game. Next hand we have an ace and a 3 of the same suit. We raise, we get called by somebody who is likely not to be regular on the button given his stack size. We c-bet this dry board just for half pot, just to get him to fold his equity. He didn't fold. I think we need to barrel this turn again if he has got pocket pairs, deuces, threes, fours, fives, sevens. If he's got just deuce X, again just some random like floats like 8, 9 or whatever, queen jack, who knows what, some random floats. Just trying to get him to fold any equity he might have, given that we've picked up fold equity with the king, you would imagine, and some pot equity with the flush draw. So that was the thinking behind this bet. He calls again, and I was about to say, what do you do on the river when the other king comes down? Are we going to bomb it like obviously I did, or are you going to give up? Are you going to what's the plan? Bet small, bet big, or give up? I guess that's the only plan. I guess we could think about overbetting too. So it's either bet half pot-ish, bet but like I did, bet full pot, overbet, or just give up and check fold. Think about it before I see the results, so you at least being a little bit honest with yourself and think about what you would do in this situation. I obviously went with the big bet. My opponent absolutely snapped me off with 2 8s, so my plan was shit, but never mind. Next hand, we have pocket tens. Do not remember this hand at all, I don't think. I remember Stop Crying though. He seemed to be somewhat of an aggressive regular. He was playing every table I was at. I think I was 4 tabling at the time. He was playing every table and he was somewhat aggressive. He wasn't maniacal, I'm not saying he was bad aggressive, but he was certainly aggressive. I think we could have 3-bet there, but we didn't. We decided to just check. We check it to him. He bets, we call. Pretty standard. We check to him again. He bets, we call again. We check it to him a 3rd time, I guess. He bets €3. And what are you doing here? Are we just saying we have to call? We're getting absurd pot odds. What do we beat at this stage? If we're going to call, what bluffs are we going to give him? Given that he's open from the cutoff and like triple barreled this board. So what bluffs does he have? If you're going to call, you've got to be able to name some bluffs. Can we raise? Can we like represent the flush and just raise? I'd rather have the heart to do that, I think. So think about what you do here. Given how I played the last 2 hands where we've gone for 2 big bluffs, you might be surprised to see that I actually just folded that because I just couldn't think of many hands that I could beat at this stage. Given how he's played it, it doesn't make sense that he would have too many bluffs there. I actually, as you can see with the Zs, I actually tanked, and I think it was coming down to folding when I timed out anyway. So there you go. That was the 4th hand. And here's the last hand. We have a 9 and a 10 of the same suit. We elect to 3-bet Gabriel. I don't remember why I did it, but I'm presuming he must have been somewhat loose aggressive because 3-betting 10-9 suited from the cutoff as a middle position wouldn't be a standard thing for me. So I must have had a reason at the time. Must have guessed that he must have either presumed that he's either opening too wide or I'm sending 4 to a lot of 3-bets. I'm presuming it's going to be the former and not the latter because I didn't build up that good reads on anybody. So I'm presuming I just thought it was opening too much. He calls. We flop the gutter and the open ender. He leads into a small. I think at this point we just call and see what develops on the turn. Yeah, we've got the 2-way straight draw and we've got the flush draw. So we've got a lot of equity here. We could have raised, but on this dry board, it's just so unlikely he's donking weak and much more likely I would expect that he's donking some kind of made hand. So I think we have less fold equity against made hands and we're just getting decent odds to see a turn. So that's what we did. We paired the jack on the turn, which isn't that much use to us, but it is a club, so that might be of some use to us. He leads out here, and I think the decision is, well, I think we have 3 decisions here. Do we continue to try and chase our draws, given we're not getting great pot odds, and it's a paired board, so we may be drawing dead. Seems unlikely, but we might be drawing dead. Do you just decide to bluff raise now to try and get him off King X or whatever he's like donkeying with? If he's got a hand like Queen 10 or something, maybe try and make him fold that, or do you just fold and say, you know what, it's not turned out too well for us. This is not the greatest of turn cards, we can just fold. So think about what you would do. I just selected to call, and we kind of hit and miss the river. We hit the river in terms of we make our flush, but obviously now it's a double paired board. Our opponent bets 375. So what do you do here? I think folding's definitely out of the question. Our hand's just too strong to fold versus his bet size given the absurd odds we're getting. So I think the question is, do you raise or do you just call? I think I made a mistake again in this hand. This is where all these hands that we're reviewing because I think I could have made mistakes in them, not because of anything else. Every hand here I think, could I have played it better? This is another one. Could we have raised this river? Do we ever get called by worse? Does he just call us with King X sometimes? Obviously he's never folding a full house. He probably doesn't have a flush given how the hand's gone down. Or do you just call? And I thought about raising for the longest time, and then I just called in the end, and our opponent showed like a weird King 3, and that was that. Oops. So let me know what you think of this format. The hands are rather here. If you want to comment on the hands, that's great. It's up to you guys. But it's more about the format. What do you think of the format? Do you think it's nice? Is it clean? Does it look good? I mean, it looks good on my screen right now. Is it something you'd enjoy seeing more of, or would you rather just either see more live play videos or nothing? The live play videos won't be coming, so it's kind of going to have to be hand reviews or some kind of recording of work I do with students, which I can ask students if they're willing to let me do that. Given that they've already paid me for my services, I kind of feel a bit cheeky asking them if I can record and then use it. But I'm sure some of the guys won't mind doing that. So it's not going to be live play videos. It's either going to be like student reviews or reviews of my own hands. That's all that's coming. So if you can let me know what you think of this format, don't be impolite. If you don't like it, just don't say anything really. And if I don't get too much positive feedback, then I'll know. I don't need you all saying, "Oh, that's fucking shit. You played the hand 3 like a fucking muppet." That isn't what it's about. It's not about constructive criticism. Yes, just saying I don't like it, it's shit. Then just don't say anything, because I'll know if we don't get many thumbs up, many likes, many positive comments. Then I'll know that it hasn't gone down that well. So thank you very much. Please leave your feedback, and hopefully we'll catch you again soon. Bye for now.